This is Keith Powers, and you're checking out my brother, David Duane.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into On Air with your one and only rock star, my David Duane, the place to be. Yes, right here, right now, we've got our boy, Keith Powers. Yes, if y'all don't know who Keith is, first of all, straight out of Compton, starring as Ron DeVoe in the New Edition movie that will be premiering on January 24th, 5th and 6th on BET. What's going on, Keith?
Oh, man, it's going good. Life is good. Can't complain. Just excited for these projects to drop.
I know you got a lot of projects. It's such a busy 2017, so we're so glad to have you on the show with us today.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely busy. Thank you for having the show. I definitely got a lot of stuff coming out this year, and I just want to stay focused and just stay hungry, you want to stay on your toes. You don't want to get too sensitive, but then you always got to realize the blessings. And I think that's just my main thing right now.
So the biggest thing that's about to premiere on BET is the New Edition movie, January 4th to the 26th. How are you feeling about, this movie, and what was it like, being chosen to play Ron DeVoe?
Oh, I'm feeling so good about the movie, and when I got Ronnie, I was so happy, man, because originally I wanted to play Ronnie, and then they wanted me to play, the director, Chris Robinson, really liked me as Ralph, wanted me to play Ralph. Don't know why, I didn't see myself as Ralph at all. I'm also, too tall to play Ralph, so I was just confused by that at first. And I tested as Ralph, didn't get Ralph, and then they brought me back for Ronnie. And I didn't get Ralph. My boy Algie got Ralph, which I thank God he did, because he killed it. Shout out to Algie Smith, who played Ralph. Then I got Ronnie, and when I got Ronnie, it was just, I felt like it was meant to be. I was last casted, which is so weird because in real life, Ronnie was the last member to join. It's funny how life works. And I was the last member to join the cast, and it was perfect.
And I heard during that time you had to learn, a lot of the dance that was really hard because, Ronnie is known for, his dancing being the star performer of New Edition. So what was that training like for you?
Oh, man, that was tough. I honestly, that was the first time I ever thought in my head, oh, my goodness, man, I might quit. I really might quit. That was the first time I ever got the thought of quitting in my head because I felt like there's so much responsibility. I have to represent Ronnie right. And if I can't get the dancing down, I can't represent him right. That's how I felt. It was a process, man. It was stressful. And it was one day I just kept trying. I kept practicing on my off time that when it was time, towards the last days of boot camp, I was getting it down. I was actually really becoming Ronnie and just studying and just never trusted myself. That was the main thing. Once I started trusting myself, then I was able to go to schools and look like me. That was the main thing, was to try to do it effortlessly because that's Ronnie. Everything he did was effortless.
Absolutely. And you got to work with New Edition because they were part of the, the whole process of it. And, on set, I know that they were there day to day saying, no, this is how you do it. What was that like, the intensity of them telling you, no, this is how you do it, and actually being able to fully understand, what, was going on in their life for, these situations to be happening the way that they were?
Well, one, it was really nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it was actually a blessing because how many people could play in a biopic and play the character and the character, or, the person they're playing is still alive? And I think that was huge. It was very helpful, very helpful. And it was stressful at times because it was bittersweet because, sometimes they might hop in the scene and be like, no, I would have never said that. I never said that. So, it was little, you have to kind of give and take with that. And, the director was just focus on me. We're doing a biopic, and everybody that you guys are playing are alive. So they're going to have opinions about certain things of the script, but just focus on me. They were all behind the script, but it was just sometimes they was oh, no, I would have said it differently. Or I would have never wore that. Sometimes that can get stressful for an actor because you don't want to worry about that. You don't want to worry about the words, the little things, but, just have to adjust.
Indeed. And it seems like it was a lot of fun that you guys, got to, play the role of New Edition and, see their, actually us being able to see their lives and you guys being able to portray because a lot of fans, or, grew up with them, at the beginning, and there's some newcomer fans that are on the scene that are really, enjoying it, clip by clip. They're oh, wow, this is crazy. Is this movie really going to be as tense as we're seeing these clips, or what can we look forward to? Because it seems like it's going to be like that intense if we want to get to know so much that we didn't already know.
Yeah, you know what? Like, this is even when they were going through stuff, they never really knew what they were going through. Even when Bobby went solo, you heard rumors. You probably was like, oh, they don't, when this went down, that went down. But you never really knew because they were so professional and kept all this dirty laundry under the rug, which is so different nowadays. Everyone's dirty laundry is everywhere. Actually, that's how sometimes people become famous because of their dirty laundry. And back then, it wasn't like that. It was about hiding and staying professional, which I feel like is a lost art in today's society. And I think what you'll take from it is like what went down as far as like behind the scenes, like them having to deal with drama and then having to go and perform on Soul Train Awards right after the drama. I think that's going to be huge for people to see that. Like, wow, I never watched that performance. You mean to tell me they was going through this? Like, it's going to be crazy to see that. And then, I mean, you don't take from it like the feeling you got when you seen the Temptations. This is this generation's Temptations.
Definitely agree with that. And let's also talk about your role as Jordan in Famous in Love, which is coming back April 18th on the Reform channel. How are you feeling about, this new season coming up? Because, it's a great show. Your fans love it. A lot of fans and a lot of my friends actually watch the show. How are you feeling about, the excitement about this as well?
Well, actually, Famous in Love, you might got it mixed up with Faking It. The first season actually starts April 18th. It's going to be the first episode of the very first season. So I'm very excited for it. And I think people are going to love it. It's like Entourage meets Gossip Girl. People will love that.
Two good shows. So tell us about your character in the show.
Jordan Wilder is basically, the show is about a girl named Faith Townsend. She books a big movie supposed to be like the Harry Potter. And her two co-stars is Rainer Devin and Jordan Wilder, who I play, Jordan Wilder. And basically, she has to go through being a college student one day and the next day being a phenom because she's just booked one of the biggest book series in the world. And when she does that, she becomes a star, and she meets my character. My character is supposed to be that actor, and that's like a bad boy to the public's eye. But when you really tap into who he is as a character, you learn very early that he's nowhere near what they paid him to be in the media. And that's how it is in real life. And it's going to really show you how stuff go down behind the scenes in Hollywood. And it's dope. I'm excited for people to meet Jordan because he's totally different from who I am. He's very to himself, not social like that. Like, he doesn't let you meet people into a circle. And I'm totally different. I'm a social, talkative person.
Yeah, you're definitely social because I see that a lot of like your social media, being Twitter, Instagram, even, jumping on your co-stars like live streams and like, really interacting. I think that's great because a lot of people your age that are in the industry, they shy away from that stuff. They're not so outgoing. They're just like trying to get their job done and, and that's very important that you are, very social because people love that.
Yeah, I mean, for a little bit, I was thinking of stepping away from it because I look at all my idols and, they were always mysterious. They always, you never really got to the Denzels and the Leonardos. You don't really know too much about them or what you see on TV or in the movies. And that's how I want it to be. But then I have to realize that this is a different era. It's just different. Like, fans now have so much access to so many different artists, whether it's music, TV, whatever, that if you're not keeping their attention, they will roam somewhere else.
Right.
And me wanting to be antisocial and be really just to myself wasn't me. I know it wasn't me because that's not who I am. So I'm like, let me try to be something I'm not because I think, because it's not going to come off real. And my whole thing is about if I'm going to get any type of fame, I want to remain me. I think that's the biggest thing is remaining myself. And I want people to know, feel like when they see me, they can talk to me. I don't want them to be like, oh, I'm staying away from him because he might get mad at me.
And I also wanted to ask about the transition from modeling to acting because I know you model as well. How was that transition for you to be able to, still be in the spotlight, but be in the spotlight in a different regard?
Well, the transition wasn't hard. It was actually helpful. It helped me go to modeling and acting because it got me prepared to be in front of the camera. So I look back at it like, man, I didn't see, if you would have told me, oh, you're going to be an actor in a couple of years, but do you want to be an actor now? Back then, I would have said, yeah, I want to be one now, but I wasn't ready. Well, modeling did. It just prepared me for being on the set, being in front of the camera, and just those little things that I started noticing now, like, man, when I get in front of the camera, I don't get nervous at all. I feel like I'm so used to it that it's just second nature, and I think modeling helps.
And being that you're 24 and you've received the roles that you had and had the different, modeling spreads, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel like I came such a long way, and it just shows that it's a long game. And back then, I always wanted things quick, and it's like, no, just be patient and do you, and it's all going to come. But I just feel blessed. It's hard to explain sometimes. I just want to stay on my toes and not get too comfortable.
Right. And that's very important. I try to tell people that you never want to, stay comfortable in a situation. You want to definitely stay on your toes and, prepare for, whatever goals you want to be, whether that be a singer, an actor, a model, an author. You definitely want to train and prepare for that. How much preparation would you say, when it comes to, like, being an actor and a model, like, you have to do, to really maintain?
I always tell people acting is a jealous craft. And I think the main thing about acting, if you're going to be an actor, don't say, oh, I want to act this week and then I don't want to act. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. If you want to act, be an actor because it's a jealous craft. And the moment you take time off of it, you'll lose because there's so many actors out here and there's so many ready to take your spot. So you just have to stay on your toes. You have to stay studying, stay in class, stay learning. It's such a time where you can learn so much. My whole thing is to tell people, if you take a class, keep taking different classes. Don't just stay in one. Explore it and learn new things because that's you.
And another thing that people, I feel like I would tell people also is, definitely stay focused and know what you want to do. Know what you want to do because people get lost in the sauce trying to figure it out. And I think what was very important when you say you want to be an actor, be an actor. You got to be it. Don't try to do it, but to be it because some people get discouraged. I had this conversation with everybody, I had a conversation with my friend about this yesterday. I said, if you want to rap, you got to rap. You got to say, I got to be a rapper. If you want to host a radio show, you got to do that. You got to be that interviewer. You can't say, oh, I'm going to try to do it. No, you got to do it. So that's a very important message. And I think what is also great about your accomplishments is also you were and straight out of Compton. You played Dre's younger brother, and being a part of such a successful story that was NWA and their legacy in that project, and they did so well. What was that feeling like to be on set with Dre and getting to learn about the inside of NWA?
Man, it was a dream come true. In my family, I grew up with NWA, just like I grew up with New Edition. My dad is a huge Q fan. I'm a huge Dre fan, huge Q fan. So my whole thing was to make Dr. Dre proud. I was like, at the end of the day, before anything else, my responsibility is to make Dr. Dre proud and let everything else fall where they met. And when they failed, we had an instant classic. So it was like, man, this is amazing. And Dre was happy. I was satisfied.
Seeing that it got so well, as far as the social media, because this is definitely a social media type of movie, where it was really buzzing and stuff like that. And you're very interactive with social media. What was your reaction to how they really game planned the whole thing with the reveal of the movie and how they just marketed it?
Oh, it was amazing. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. When I seen the Snapchat filter straight out of whatever, it's the straight out of Compton filters, and then they had the straight out of wherever you was from pictures. I was like, oh, anything Dr. Dre does, anything Universal do, it's going to be on point. So I was never surprised, but I was very proud of that because that's huge. Sometimes that's most of it. You might feel project even if it's not good, people gonna look at it. If they see it every day out with promo and all that, they're gonna watch it if it's out there. So I think that's huge. And
let me ask you, going back to the New Edition movie, what was it like being able to work with, the cast members that you worked with James, Elijah, Algie? What was it like working with those guys? Because they're very talented in their own right. What was it like working with them and getting to know their personality and, getting that brotherhood with them?
Really, it was just, honestly, it was just, it was an honor. I always heard Luke's name, in the R&B world. I watched Elijah in my teen years growing up. I always heard about Bryce Shear on Empire, up and coming, doing his thing, killing. Woody is so talented, with the skits online, and then also he was a dancer for Chris Brown. So, and Algie is amazing. Now, I didn't really know too much about Algie, but once I started working with him, I see why he played Ralph and booked this, because he was amazing. So, working with them was just an honor. It's so dope to be a part of an ensemble cast that's dope. It's like you feel like a squad. So, a football team or a basketball team, and that's how I feel.
Right, definitely. And I feel like they picked the right people. Like, y'all definitely mesh well. I love the clip, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I'm, so pumped. I'm not even a New Edition fan. And I have a good friend that's a New Edition fans like that, and she is like, you gotta watch the movie. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna watch it because Keith, we got Brashear, we've got Luke, we've got, it's just a well-rounded, cast of people. We've got even Lala's in it, so it's gonna be a dope film.
I love it, yeah. No, it's gonna be amazing. The setup is perfect. Everyone's behind it, and I think that's how you get successful biopics. You have to make sure everything is right before we get on the wardrobe, the hair, everyone signing off their rights to the story, the music, the dancing, the little things like that. That's huge, and that's what we did, and I'm excited for it.
That's another thing I gotta ask you. Favorite New Edition look that you guys recreated that is your favorite out of all of them?
So many looks I love. I love the Infinite Love. Infinite Love is so classic to me. Ronnie in that sense, and having his crew neck sweater and his whole outfit was amazing to me. So I think that look was just amazing in Infinite Love. It's just so legend. I
think I definitely have to agree. That's one of my personal favorites, and I probably have been listening to that song for the last couple of days, non. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm doing the choreography over here. I'm just so excited that they casted you to be in the movie. Dude, I'm really excited to see this, for real.
Yeah, no, I'm excited as well, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Absolutely. Well, Keith, thanks so much for joining us this evening. We definitely appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. So tell everybody where they can follow you as far as all your social media.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Keith Powers, and you can follow me on Twitter at Keith T Powers, T as in tree, or T as in Tyree, which is my middle name. So, yeah. This is Keith Powers, and you're checking out my brother, David Duane.